Oh boy, how about that? How about that? Holy shit. 3-2 smash at the Emirates. Can you believe that, my friends? Can you believe that? Can you believe what this team is doing? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 3-2. Somebody, I got a shout out. Somebody, Levi in here, said 3-2 Cunha is going to win the game. And I was like, oh, no way. It's going to be 3-5 goals at the Emirates like that. I mean, I don't think that we've scored more than one in years against them, but he's got it spot on. Unbelievable. Holy shit. What a game. Life when you buy ballers like Cunha and Mbeumo. No fucking shit, man. Holy crap. Just incredible stuff. I mean, the goals that United are scoring, the goals that we scored in this game were just on another level. Like just insane. Just crazy stuff. The subs were good. The players were good. The energy was good. Everything was good in this game. Just absolutely stunning stuff. I'm starting to feel very, very excited about this team. Very, very excited. And we were down a goal too. Exactly. We were down a goal. I'm thinking we go down against this Arsenal team, there's no chance. And look, the goal we scored to get back 1-1, lucky, right? Now, their goal was a bit lucky too, but the goal we scored, lucky. A mistake by Zubamendi, and Mbeumo capitalizes on it, beats the keeper, bam. But from there on, we were the better team. We were the better team. From their goal on, the first 30 minutes was spooky. I was sitting there going, this isn't good. This isn't good. We were getting the run around. Tactically, you have to say that they were really good. Athletically, they were killing us in the midfield and elsewise for most of the game, to be fair, especially off the ball. But with the ball, we just kept getting better. From the time they scored, we were the better side. Stats, what have you be damned, we were the better side by far from that point in time. It was just unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. Like really, really impressive. Just, oh my God, humbled. Patrick Do'rgu, take a fucking bow. This kid, so many people wrote him off. And you got to take a look at the transfer strategy. Look at the players we've bought. Since they've really been in there. You know, a lot of people, we're going to have to take a huge apology to Jason Wilcox. He's owed some huge apologies right now, because once we sacked Dan Ashworth, Do'rgu, Cunha, and Mbeumo, 3 goal scorers on the day, 3 of our last 5 signings, and then you have Šeško and Lamens, and Lamens was great. Like, we got to apologize to Jason Wilcox here, okay? He knew what the fuck he was doing, you know, and when things went to shit this season, and, you know, and I've had these conversations in the last couple of weeks and going, well, what the hell just happened? You know, and they're saying, no, we've got a good team, a better team than, we've got a team that can get it. And we got Carrick, and we're getting Holland, and we're going to make that push for Champions League. Nailed it. Can you imagine this team with a better, like with a midfield, with some top midfielders in it? Serious shit. You know, holy shit, man. What a game though. What a performance. I can't believe it. I genuinely can't believe it, but I can to a degree, man. Like Carrick, man, he's got potential to be a top manager. He's got potential. I'm getting over the top. I'm definitely, it won't read it because I'm on this one, Matt, here. Tested the structural integrity of my house after the Cunha goal. Let's fucking go. Exactly. Carrick, man. He's got potential. I know I'm getting ahead of myself. I know I'm being shameless on this, but I don't know. Here's the thing about this game, okay? Here's the thing about this game that was different to City for me. All right. I don't agree that this was counterattacking football today. I don't think it was counterattacking football today. After the goal that they scored, where we were doing shit before that, we were doing nothing. We started to get the ball back. It was probably 50-50 from that point. We were building up. We were holding the ball. We were properly attacking them to create and score chances. Yet City was 30% counterattack, transition football. This was different. We were quite good with the ball after their goal. You know, we were quite good in the second half and later with the goal. We had really good possession that helped us get into things. It really did. And I don't know, man. Obviously, look, let's see what happens. But right now, for me, it's Carrick's job to lose, because obviously we're going to have different games. We're going to have Fulham. We're going to have these things. Look, big games. We're still good in big games. We're still good in big games. But I'm ready. Like, there's a reason I got so excited with Carrick, because this guy's a coach. I don't know what he is. I don't know what he's eating. I don't know what he has. But Michael Carrick understands something about football. That is just that's just unbelievable. He understands it. You scale him up to this club with better players than he had at Middlesbrough. Give him some more players. I don't know, man. It's his job to lose for me. It's his job to lose for me. You know, let's see how the rest of the season goes, but he's showing something. He's showing something. He's definitely showing something. And like I said, today was different. I thought there'd be a point against Arsenal we would have the ball. You know, I think there was a point where I thought we would be able to have the ball against Arsenal, and we did well with it. And he's playing the players into their strengths. I'm ready to be absolutely shameless over Michael Carrick. I am, man. But man, what a game. What a game. Just what a result. What a fantastic game we have here. And look, let's look at some of the stats here and just look at this game too, because you know, it was look at the stats. These really don't match some of the other models, by the way, but still, most of this was off set pieces. Look, did we score some banger goals? Yes. Did Arsenal get fuck all chances? Absolutely. These are just these nasty little set piece crap here. You know what I mean? But we had 43% of the ball. I think in the first 30 minutes, we only had like 25% of it. So it was pretty even after that. We did better with the ball. We were better with the game. I mean, look at our goals, okay? We're not going to get those every week, but you take them. You take them. You know, I just thought we played good football. I thought we played good football. You know what I mean? That's the point. You know, a game like this, probably the stats are the least honest that they've been, because you could watch the game, watch the stats, and get two totally different stories. And sometimes stats are like that. Win brings us up to 38 points. We're 2 points ahead of Liverpool, 1 point ahead of Chelsea, 4 points clear of 7th, finally. 4 points clear of 7th. How we play against the smaller teams will be the final deciding factor for me. What do you mean? We just played Arsenal. No, but anyway. But look, I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm getting ahead of myself here. We know that, but still. No, I think we were the better team. You know, I think we were the better team because look, I get it. They had a lot of the ball. They controlled possession. They kept the ball where they wanted it to be. But at the same time, they didn't do shit with it. They weren't doing enough with it. And look, I'll be honest, like first half, I was making notes. I was making hella notes for the tactical breakdown up through about 38 minutes, because I was like, tactically, they were killing us in that first 30, 35, 38 minutes. Like they were killing us before our goal. They were killing us, and they were doing some really clever things. Our midfield was struggling. We'll talk about some of the players today. There's a couple things I want to talk about today, certainly. Because the midfield was interesting today. Okay. It wasn't, the midfield was interesting today. They were beating us in the midfield. They were doing some really clever things to take the spaces away, run us around, and make our 4-4-2 block very ineffective. But once we got on the ball a bit more, we kept getting better and better and better with it, and that helped us. But yeah, the midfield was an interesting one today. I'll break that down further later on because it's still something to worry about, but on the ball, it's a trade-off. Like, we have the ability to be really good on the ball with the setup that we have. Off the ball, it's a big trade-off. That's why we need better midfielders. We need the on and off, but we just take it for now. 08 United, these twats couldn't even beat 26 United. Exactly. What an insult. What an insult to the 08 team. As I was saying beforehand, these guys are shit, Maguire, top, Laman's top, Martinez, top, and Booms, Ahmad, Cunha, Manu, top. Even Dallo was fine. Couldn't find a bad performance today. Get a couple of signings in and we win the league. I'm serious, man. When I look at this team, I just think, well, I could find a bad performer. It was Bruno. I'm not going to, we beat Arsenal. I'm not going to talk down too much. Bruno was crap today. But it doesn't matter. Okay. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We beat Arsenal 3-2. We beat Arsenal. We smashed them. It was an incredible performance. We won the game. Up to 4th place in the league. I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. But look, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is the good part. We've got a team that it doesn't need everything to be Bruno. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how we want it to be. That's kind of the point. That's the point. We needed a team that was good beyond it. Our best midfielder today by far was Casemiro. Casemiro was miles ahead of the other midfielders, including Kobbie Mainoo. Miles ahead. Casemiro was insane today. Like, he was unbelievable today. That's Casemiro at his absolute best today, what we saw. Defending, the passing, the way he was moving the ball quickly. Casemiro was crazy today. He was so good today. And I didn't expect it. There was even a moment he ran down Odegaard and took him out and got the ball. And he only had one big slide that scared me. Only one big slide that scared me. But Casemiro was crazy today. He was really, really good today. He was doing so well distributing the play. And he was, yeah, exactly, Smokey. Like, he was aggressive. He was high up the pitch. He was contributing to the attack a lot too. But defensively, he was in the perfect position almost all the time. And Cass was just great. I've no notes on Cass today. It was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. Next 5 are Fulham, Spurs, West Ham, Everton, Palace. We could unironically win 7 in a row if we can rep. Yeah, and that's what we have to see. But, like, maybe we don't have to. You know what I will say this is, right? Like, maybe we just let go of this idea that we have to, be a possession-dominant team. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we just have to let go of the idea that we have to be a possession-dominant team. Let's just accept being a 45 to 50% possession team against anyone. And let's smash them. Let's be compact. And let's not play counter-attacking football, but find the balance where we don't have to be a possession-dominant team. We can still bait transitions. We can still attack fast, but we can also break teams down. And we also are okay not having the ball for stretches. We don't have to be City. We don't have to be Arsenal. We don't have to. I think we're a couple players away. Jason Wilcox, what was he cooking? What was he cooking? What was he cooking? Let's be a team that's okay being just about 50% or lower. We will be asked to dominate games. I know there's going to be games we need to, but no. Hold on a second. I disagree with one thing. First of all, the league is more press heavy than it's ever been. Okay. It's more press heavy than it's ever been. You're not facing low blocks 14 games of the year. You're facing low blocks, like actual low blocks, like six games of the season, 6 teams, maybe 5. There are plenty of games where you don't want to be, defensively sitting deep and things like that. And you're going to have to push that line a little bit higher. But the style doesn't have to change so much. A lot of the stuff we saw today would work against smaller sides. And remember, they don't defend nearly as well as Arsenal. They don't defend nearly as well as Arsenal. So it could work. I see things. I said against City, there were things I saw in the way that we attacked the zones that I thought would translate. And then, there was people that I saw, and then there's stuff like when I look at it and I go, when you see this against Arsenal today, there's a lot of stuff there that translated from City. The way that we were able to build up play, the way we were able to pass around, the way that we still did our, rondos toward the side and middle and move the ball around and then would attack quickly. Yeah, we didn't create a ton of chances and things like that. We didn't. We weren't getting a ton of chances. But we were controlling the game very, very well and creating chances when we needed to, and honestly, I think all that's missing is some legs, just 2 midfielders. It's just legs. That's really it. It's just legs. It's just legs. And I'm not saying you want to drop off the on-ball quality. Don't get me wrong. But we are missing the legs in the midfield. And there was moments when that was a bit scary. And if you want to, what I'm trying to say is that, yes, there's going to be games when we need to dominate the ball a little bit more. But what we're doing is not counterproductive to that. The problem is just that we don't have the legs to sustain it out of possession and in possession when it gets back to us. We can't make midfield subs without dropping off hugely. Let's say you were to sub Ugarte for Kabi today. Defensively, it would have helped us a lot, actually, in terms of winning the ball, covering some of the ground. On the ball, massive drop-off. That's a problem. That's obviously a huge problem if you're making those subs, which is why we didn't do it today. I can bet you that at one point, Carrick was sitting there going, I wish I could make a sub in the midfield, get a little more legs, get a little more running, get a little more of that. But what we were doing with the ball, the ability to hold it, the ability to keep it, the ability to still threaten would have dropped off massively. And we can't afford that right now, So that's the balance. We trade too much, you know what I mean? And right now, Carrick is going, all right, I'm going to go for compactness defensively and on-ball quality, which is smart. It makes sense. The alternative is go for legs, and then you can open up the play a bit more, but and press higher, defend higher, all of that. But he's saying, look, that's the choice with the trade-offs we have to make right now. With the trade-offs this club has to make with the options we have available, then the right choice seems to be defensively, get compact, and be good on the ball. Yes, we have to defend a bit deeper than we'd like to because we don't have the legs. Yes, we'd like to press up higher on the pitch, but the on-ball stuff is great. None of it is stuff that I don't think we could do later on. Did I miss one here? Arsenal, XG 1.58 to 2-3. United finally getting some banger goals after solid foundation. Carrick has really combined compactness with on-ball pragmatism with solid technical play. Exactly. You got it right. Wharton, Anderson, Baleba, come change my life. We got to stay away from Adam Wharton. And I'm not just overreacting to today's game from him, which was, I watched it. It was a bit shameful, honestly. It was what I'm worried about with Adam Wharton. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have. You add Adam Wharton to this midfield, I don't think he solves our problem. You know, I don't think he solves the problem at all. He's just not combative enough defensively. Not even close. Baleba and Anderson for me. Baleba and Anderson for me. Those are the two I would like. There's things I really like about Adam Wharton, but he is so not combative out of possession. He's so good on the ball, and there's things he's doing that are incredible, but like, he's more like Casemiro, you know. There's, you know, and I'm trying to insult Casemiro. I'm saying like old man Casemiro. Like, there's too much trade-off with his legs for the on-ball quality. He's not going to solve the problem that Casemiro has. Casemiro, the more I watch it, I've thought about it more. I've said many times, by the way, that I wouldn't partner Wharton and Cobby because I don't think it solves the problem. I think it's the same thing as Casemiro, and which isn't bad. He's a good player, top player, great on the ball, can do incredible things, but you got to partner him with someone with a lot more legs who has ball quality. Like, I don't think Wharton and Cobby will work. But I think that Baleba and Cobby would work, and Anderson and Cobby would work. I think they'd be fantastic, you know, to make up for it. Kevin Coley with 20 gifted memberships to the community. Thank you, my friend. And thank you to the community for getting that. And now you can all catch up. You can all catch up on the video I did a little bit earlier. 20 to the community. Look at that. Everybody's going to be green. What a legend. Thank you, Kevin. Celebrating the win in style. Cunha been threatening a goal like that for a while. And that's the thing. Tubbs, I know you're here. Come on out, my friend. And tell me that Mason Mount is better than Cunha. Come on out, my friend, and tell me that Cunha is still shit, okay? Come on out and tell us that Cunha was bad. But look, this is Cunha. He's been hitting the spots for his shooting for a long time, and the shots just haven't been falling. But shooters shoot, man. Shooters shoot. Thank you again, Kevin, very much, my friend. Appreciate you very much. But shooters shoot, man. And as soon as I've just been hoping when that shot goes in, when it starts falling for Cunha, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. You know, he's gonna get it. No, I love Mason Mount, but I've never understood the Cunha insult. I adore Cunha. I think he is such a huge player for us. What's with all the trolls popping up after a top win? They can't understand, man. It's like I said, a lot of them, they're not fans. You know, they won't be popping up today talking about running stats. I promise you that, though. You know, no. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it. I was going to say something, but I won't get into it. We're going to keep with the positive. We're going to keep with the positivity, because somebody I would love to call out about one of their takes that claims to be an expert, but we're leaving it. We're leaving it in the past. Eyes looking forward. Rear view mirror gone. Taken off like Jimmy Butler. All right. Eyes in the front. 3 goals from 3 recent signing. The new goalie was superb. Yeah. Honestly, our signings look insane. Like right now, you'd have to say that the biggest thing that's incredibly encouraging is the fact that our signings are like hit after hit after hit. Every one of them is a hit. 5 hits. Like I'm sure Šeško's going to come good. We saw some of that. Obviously, he's got to get going a little bit. You know, and Mbumo's already a done deal, man. And Mbumo's a done deal. And Mbumo is a done deal. Cunha, top player. Lamens, incredible. Do'rgu, amazing. New member. Welcome back, my friend. No. It's not even Goldbridge. You know, it's not like that. Welcome to the Muppeteers. Enjoy. It's not like that. You know, it's just, look, there's people. One of the things that bugs me is when people claim to be experts and then they hide behind shit. Like, when you're wrong about something, say you're wrong about something, you know, own it. and don't block people and then keep subtweeting them constantly after you block them. That's pussy behavior, but anyway, I want to call out a couple of top performers as well today. All right. Starting, I want to go through the players one by one. Senelamens, absolutely tops. Diogo Dalot was good, man. Diogo Dalot was good today. How much shit we give Diogo Dalot? He was good today. No, nothing bad. Nothing bad. Not at all. Diogo Dalot was very, very good today. Very, very good today. Maguire, once again, our best center back. He's our best center back. That's why I'm like, do we keep him? Do we replace him? He's our best center back. You know what I mean? He just is. Lisandro Martinez, very good game. I was having a little trouble at the end of the game, but he was very good today. Luke Shaw, I think quiet, but handled them very, very well. Casemiro, I think he was potentially my man of the match. I'm not going to lie. I think Casemiro might have been my man of the match. That's probably not true, but it was, I'm not saying there weren't standout performers, but there was a lot of really, really good performers. And Casemiro was near the top of that list for me. He was so good today. Kobe with the ball, very, very good. After about 70 minutes, it started getting spooky. He had some scary turnovers. Off the ball, I'm not going to insult him at all because he clearly should be a starter in our midfield with the right partner who's got legs. He does not have them. I'm just standing by that. My earlier statement on this that I know to be true. Kobbie Mainoo's athleticism is definitely a level below some of the elite midfielders that you see at Arsenal, some of the very physical elite athletes that they have. He is a level below it athletically, and it can be abused. But on the ball, the way that he helped in the interplays, the build up, the ways that to get us back into control of the game, top notch. And I'm happy with how how Carrick is using him in this way, and this is why I did very much, even despite that, want him to start earlier on under Amarim, because I said, we need to control the ball. We need to control the ball, man. We need to control the ball. We need to have it a bit more, and we will be a little less shaky defensively by having the ball more. And Kobbie's done that and helped do that a lot. He's really helped connect the team, and I'm huge praise to him for that. And I think he was really good. But it's just, there is that athleticism problem. And it exists, and we have to make up for it somehow. And look, that's just in the market, buy the right partnerships to cover up the weaknesses of other people. That's how it works. That's how you build a team. Strengths that match and weaknesses get covered up. Kobbie was very, very important today. Very, very important today with the ball, in possession, and what he was doing today. Very important. And that's good. But yeah, some of the off-ball stuff, we need a bit more help there. And part of the problem is that even though Maguire and Lisandro are very good, neither are your burst up the pitch, support the midfield with like high athletic. That's why, again, I still want that fuck off center back that I've been talking about all week, because I think that helps cover some of that up. So does adding a midfielder like Baleba or Anderson or something. But I'll tell you what I would say today after that. I would like Anderson, Baleba, and Mainoo. Push Kobbie forward a little bit more and have that as a more of a flat 3. Forget the 10 thing. We don't need a 10. Guys, we don't need a 10. What this game shows me and what I've seen, we don't need a 10. Give me Baleba, Anderson, and Kobbie and more of a flat 3, and we will destroy teams. We will destroy teams. That's what we can do. That's the best use of Kobbie. He's not a 2-man midfielder. He's a 3-man midfielder. And if in a 3-man midfield, he can do his best work, and you have the coverage and you have everything, and then Kobbie can be that connector. That's it. That's what I think. That's how I see it. That would be an insane midfield to me. And we don't need this everything run through 10 type of thing. Okay. Patrick Do'rgu. What a guy. Balon Do'rgu. Patrick Bale. This guy is on his arc. I hope his little injury thing is not that serious. But look, in summer, we saw this. In summer, we saw this guy. We saw this happening. We saw Patrick Do'rgu putting in a clinic offensively in summer, and we've been waiting for this, man. And I got to interview him twice in summer. Only player that I've gotten to speak with. I got to interview him twice. And both times I was so impressed with his attacking play. That's what I asked him about, adding goals and assists to his game. He's got 5 in the last 7 games. 5. Patrick Do'rgu, 5 in the last 7 games, man. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Top kid too. Top attitude, top everything. That goal is one of the best we've scored in ages. That fucking hit, man. That is a strike from absolutely God. Like, holy shit, man. That thing was crazy. Absolutely crazy. We have some serious ballers. Absolutely, we do. We have some serious ballers. We really, really do. And you got to give him credit for that. And he's 21 years old, and he's got the physicality. And by the way, in terms of calling someone out, there's someone who plays tactical on Twitter, blocks me, who acting all a genius, has been going on for months about how stupid anyone would be for thinking Do'rgu's any good and could play as a winger. And the guy's very popular right now, and that take's been shoved under the rug, and he's been hiding from it. Whatever. Anyway, shame on you. Shame on you. At least accept it. At least discuss it. At least show up. You know what I mean? Bruno. Bad game from Bruno. Just being honest, it was a bad game from Bruno. Probably the only player I would say had a bad game today. Very wasteful with the ball. Missed a lot of his passes. Missed a lot of his play. But defense, but we won. So accept that. But what's very positive to me, again, going back to it, what's very, very positive to me is that we do what we do, whether Bruno played well or not. And that's where I want us to go as a team, But all week I've been getting shit. Bruno's our best player. We'll never win anything with Bruno. We will, man. We will, man. We have good players. We have good players, man. We have good players. We don't need it to be all Bruno. And I'm not saying that Bruno, it doesn't mean Bruno's bad. This is a part of being able to have nuance in the discussions. You know what I mean? It's not Bruno's a shit player, Bruno's bad, Bruno's crap. It's none of that. It's not what it means. The point is that as a team, we need to be able to create as a unit, which is what we've been able to do today. We need to be able to make things happen as a unit, which is what we've been able to do today. We need to be able to make things happen without everything running through Bruno. And the more we are able to move to a team that can be a unit and a team and not a one-man show, the better we will be and the more stable we will be in the future. We cannot live and die by Bruno. We can't. We just can't. That's all I'm saying. We can't live and die by him. We don't need to. We don't need to. We have ballers in this team. We can be a good team without Bruno having to do it all. I'm not making a statement about sell him, shit like that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying that's the mark of a team that's being built properly, that we don't need Bruno to do everything to win games. He's still a hell of a lot better than Odegaard. And like I said, this isn't me saying Bruno's a bad player. Not even a little bit. I still take him over so many players in the league. But again, I'm looking at the midfield and I'm thinking long-term, what would I want? I want Kabi with 2 players like Baleba and Anderson in the team, And if Bruno wants to stay and be a part of the team and not the team, then that's perfect. And we can use his qualities unbelievably so. The next 2 games is so important. We'll talk about that in a minute. Selling Bruno for this team could be like selling Ruud in 2006. allowed a unit to be built instead of relying on an individual. And that's the point there is it's like, it's not about Bruno being bad. That's not what we're talking about. There has to be nuance in this discussion. When we play as a unit, we can be better. That's all. Ahmad, a quiet game, but I thought he was also quietly very, very effective. And I think one of the things that Ahmad does still really, really well that doesn't get a lot of credit is his defending. He is such a good defender. He gets back, defends really well, closes down crosses, wins the ball. He drops back still like a wing back in the way that he defends. He puts such a lot of effort and work into that. You know what I mean? So Ahmad's still really, really important for the team. Really, really important for the team. And then what can you say about Big Brian and Mbeumo, man? I mean, obviously the goal he gets, bit fortunate, but it's he makes his luck with the press there. Didn't get a lot of the ball today, but he just does what he does. He's a big game player who does big game things, and that's what matters. Big game player, big game things. That's all I need from him. That's all I need from the guy. Yeah. Yeah. Big game player. Playing as a striker, you just look, can you find the net? He found the net. Subs wise, mostly talk about Cunha because Šeško and Mazraoui didn't really do much coming on as late as they did. Cunha with once again an insane impact off of the bench. So many things that he does, not just the crazy goal, but Cunha wastes 10 minutes of the game on his own, just carrying it into dangerous areas, picking up fouls, getting it all over the place. Cunha is the master of it, and he's such an impactful player. Incredible stuff from Cunha. Just great shit from Cunha, man. Great shit from Cunha. Just awesome stuff. So cool. So cool. What he does. Should be our starting 10, not Bruno. I would have played him in that position today for sure. I think he would. But hey, look, we'll see in the future. We'll see. If Do'rgu's got an injury, obviously we'll probably see Cunha at left wing next week. But against Fulham, because we're going to need to go more attacking. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We have to perform as a team. Yeah, exactly. We have to perform as a team. But what a transfer window! It's the best transfer window in the league. Easily. Look at the players we got. Cunha and Mbeumo, Lamens, like we're killing it, man. We are absolutely killing it. I'll be honest with you guys. Here, I'm thinking about this today, just thinking about it a little bit more. Thinking about it a little bit more. Okay. I would go dump all the money into the midfield and keep Maguire for longer. That's what I would do. That's absolutely what I would do. Right now. That's what I would do right now. Just dump the money into the midfield and keep Maguire another season. We genuinely cannot lose Harry Maguire. I've been debating this myself all week, and I see it again. City, Arsenal, he's the best center back on the pitch. Like, just keep him. Keep him another season. The experience, the headers, the box defending, everything that he does, keep him. Just keep him. As long as he can stay fit a little bit longer, keep him. It doesn't mean he has to start every game, but he's just such a valuable player. I think if you're playing against teams that want to have the ball. Look, let's say we get really good. Let's say we rebuild this team even further, and next season we're challenging. Seriously, like competitive. We're still going to play teams like we were just talking about. We don't have to be a team that dominates possession. We're still going to play City. We're still going to play Arsenal. They're still going to have more of the ball. and we're still going to let them. In those games, we need Maguire. We need Maguire. I don't trust any of our center back for games like this. And this is a blueprint we can use against these teams that want to play with the ball, that want high possession. We don't need to want high possession. We don't need to. Like we were talking about, we don't have to be a high possession team all the time. We just don't. Arsenal and City are going to play high possession as an identity. So in those games, playing them like we've done today and last week, we should just do it. Play it the same way. And in those, we need Harry Maguire. We need those. We need Harry Maguire for these games. We don't have anybody else who can do anything like him in terms of box defending. We just don't. He's our best center back. And there's always going to be a use for him. Always going to be a use for a player of his qualities. Always. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. And then see how Euro, Heaven, everybody else gets on, and then sign another center back the next year. You know, that's what I see it. Like, who's as good as this guy in these game states? Who can do it? What he can do in a low possession game? Who's so dominant in the air, dominant in so many ways? Who can do it? You know, I don't. And great with the ball. Harry was 5 out of 5 on duels today. Like 3 out of 3 on the ground, 2 out of 2 in the air, 9 clearances, 1 out of 1 on tackles. Perfection. Perfection, man. Who can do that while also look at the passing, you know, and we didn't get some of these longer passes, but being able to spray the ball forward, you know, while being accurate 95% his own half. It's their low risk passes. You know, it's like, who can do it? Who can do what Harry does? That's what I want to know. I just don't think we have them. I don't think there's a lot of them out there, you know? I don't think there is. Just a reminder, Carrick hasn't lost a game as United manager. Yeah, and he's beaten Arteta twice. Arteta, Emery, Pep, and a draw with Thomas Tuchel. What the hell, man? What the hell? What is this guy on? What is this guy on? What is this guy on, man? This guy has serious potential, man, as a coach. He really, really does. But yeah, I give Harry that contract for another year, and then keep and then just focus on the midfield. That's what I would do. Yeah, the change first half or second half was fascinating, and I think that it's a little hard to break down. It's a little hard to break down why it got so much better, but it just seemed like in possession, we started doing a lot more with the ball. And I'll have to figure out why in the rewatch exactly. Because up to like 38 minutes, it was a bit rough. And then we started to really take it. Really take it. Ahmad's tweet. Did Ahmad tweet? Let's see it. Where's Ahmad's tweet? Does he have Twitter? I thought he's gotten rid of Twitter. I don't think Ahmad has Twitter, does he? Oh, no, he does. What? Hold on, let's pull it up. I'm still not necessarily a fan of these guys going on social medias right after games, but still. Hold on. Enjoy, kid. Arsenal are winning 4-0. They just sent me the script. Oh, man. Such a shit house. He's such a shit house. I love it, though. I love that. Look at his reply. Your only hope is corner. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Oh, Oh man. Okay. Well. That's Ahmad. Oh fuck. I love Ahmad, man. Probably someone who's abused him in the DMs. Probably is. Oh man. Arsenal are actually disgrace. They are. They're shit, man. They're anti-football nonsense, and that's what's been so shameful. It's not about the results. This whole discussion about are Arsenal good or Arsenal this or Arsenal that, you know, they don't play good football. Like that has to matter at some point when you're sitting here trying to compare them to like anybody else, to the top teams, dude. Like it's a joke the way they play football. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. It's just bad football. Like what can you say about it? It's bad football. You can't sit there and just say it's amazing. It's amazing. It's this and that, you know, and they're so good. They play like shit, man. They played like shit the first time we played them. They play like shit today. They're just not a good team. It's so mediocre. It's just mediocre nonsense. You know what I mean? It's just mediocre nonsense. It's crap. And it's like, it's the most negative football I've ever seen. Fuck it, man. Like, whatever, man. If it wins the league, the only thing it's going to tell you is that the league is in a bad state at this time. You know, in a bad state at this time. But I don't think they will. I don't think they have the stones for it. You know, it's the most boring spreadsheet football I've ever seen. And it's like, fuck it. Well, we don't have to play them again this year. So good luck to them. Good luck to them. The most boring shit I've ever seen. No doubt about that. Ashley Young was at the game for us, obviously supporting us. Lovely to see that. Lovely to see that. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, man. Insane stuff. Insane stuff. This is just, it's so good. I'm glad I changed my tune over the last couple of weeks on this whole Ammerman situation. Now, look, I've been a big fan of Carrick. As soon as the Carrick thing came up, I was like, get Carrick in, top coach. He's going to be incredible. But I'm glad I changed my tune and learned, you know, like I said, in all of that. Like I said, you got to be accountable for things. I think that Amorim did a good job rebuilding this team, but he was very clearly, as time goes on, as we can see it more, not the right guy to take us further into an attacking team. And I'll say, you know what? Good job. You took us from the worst team in history under Ten Hag, made us a lot better, left us in top 5, 6th, level on points. But the way he thought, just too negative, too defensive, whatever the reason, too negative, too defensive, but left the team in a state that Carrick could come in and do this. And that's a hell of a lot better than I can say for Erik ten Hag, that absolute criminal. And I will never change my perspective on that point. I will never, ever change my perspective on that point. I say too negative in terms of his decisions. When I say too negative, I don't mean like emotionally. I mean, his decisions were too negative. The subs were too negative. You know what I mean? Like pushed us back. You know what I'm saying? Like it was too defensive in that respect. It was too like and it's crazy because we actually had a good attack under Amorim. You know what I mean? A good attack under Amorim, but a lot of the decisions he would make were like we talked about this earlier in the week, where I felt like he was kind of too much like Jose's end, where the weaknesses that we had defensively He focused too much on those and trying to fix those defense. He focused too hard on. Carrick said this when he came in. He said, there's too much focus on what we can't do, not what we can do. And I think that was Amorim's biggest failing, is he was too often focused on, especially as this season went on what we can't do. We can't defend, so you throw on more center backs. We can't defend, so you try to defend more. You know what I mean? Too focused on what we couldn't do than what we can do. Carrick said it best in that. So, again, I think that I think he did a good job building the team. We didn't build a team for Ruben Amorim, and that's fair enough. Maybe we shouldn't have, as time goes on. I think the biggest credit is to look at the fact. Here's what I would say about all of it. I think that Amorim did a good job helping us rebuild this team. I think that Wilcox was right in saying this is a mismatch. And you have to give big credit to Wilcox to say, we're building a team for a certain style, and maybe that style didn't quite marry up with Ruben Amorim's concepts. And to be assured in the idea of sticking with that style, So it's just a moment in our history. It's just a moment in our history. And I think that in some respects, it was the turning point, of hitting the bottom, building things up, and providing a better platform to take us moving forward. Very, very clearly, for whatever reasons, Amorim just not the right guy for the club moving forward, and that's why he's gone. And but fair play to Wilcox and such for recognizing that. But bear in mind that we're going to keep him too, because they felt that even still there was enough progress to keep things going to where we'd end up this season. I think we still could have ended up in top 5. Would it have been like this? I don't think so. A little different, maybe a little different. But yeah, obviously it shows that we've built a better side. That 8th place team was one of the worst performing. Like, let's just look at it by the numbers here. You know what I mean? Briefly, just to reminisce at how far we'd come. Okay. Because it's better. If we go back 2 seasons ago and look at it from a performance perspective, we were the 15th. We were down here on 44 expected points. We somehow managed 60 and finished in 8th. We were negative 14 on the goal differential. Last season, it felt like a horror show. Obviously, it did. You look at it, we finished in 15th. There was still progress. -3 versus 14. You go to this season and you look at it as a whole. Look at us now. 3rd in expected points, 3rd in expected goal differential, 3rd in goals scored, 4th on points, 4th in the table. Progress, man. Progress. We have made progress. It's been even the league table last year. The league table doesn't often lie. Last year it did. The team last year, as disastrous as it was better than the year before, which is crazy. So if I'm looking at it, forget Amorim for a minute. Look at INEOS since coming in. They've taken a team that was 15th in underlyings when they took over. 15th in underlyings. Then it was 12th, 12th, and 8th, and now it's 3rd. The progress since INEOS has come in has been, despite some wavering in results, the progress since INEOS has come in has been straight. And it doesn't always feel like it when you're in it, but it has. And you have to give them credit for it. You have to, because people don't want to admit it. And there's a lot of hate for them. And I get a lot of hate for backing them. And I have my doubts in the last couple of weeks, but it has been a direct line up in progress. The transfers have been better. The football's been better. The team has been better, and it is more sustainable. This team has something for us, and they've done a good job building it. Amorim, excellent off the pitch, was right about which players need to go, but always let himself down with subs in midfield. He lost belief in himself. Recall you talking about his anxiety when Jim backed him in October. Correct. Yeah, exactly. And in the end, that's what did it for sure. He, to some degree, Carrick having the free hit helps him a lot because it's a free hit. He can just go for it. But that's what you need to be. You know what I mean? You need to somehow be able to hold on to that mentality of going for it to be a good, to make it at United, because it's a requirement at this club to go for it. It's a requirement at this club to attack. It's a requirement at this club to be forward thinking. You know what I mean? So yeah, I know exactly where I sit on the Amorim things, on the things I was right about, wrong about, whatever. I know where I sit on that. And that's been well acknowledged. And also, again, if you remember, you can watch that video and you'll find out a bit more about why my perspective changed a little too. Yeah, we moved on, and it's the right thing. And we've got a bright future in front of us. It was the right thing. And we've got the bright future in front of us. We need a midfielder. I know. I'm so tempted to say, let's just go put 90 million on the table for Baleba, but we shouldn't. We shouldn't, because they may not even sell. It doesn't guarantee that they sell. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm tempted to say we should just do it. Just go put money down as well. Temptation, The right decision is to interview Carrick in the summer. Well, that's the point. Here's the thing. Like I said earlier in the week, Carrick isn't going to be eliminated from the job simply because he's Carrick, and he's not going to have the job automatically because he's Carrick. He's got his resume, including his time in these games, is going to be weighed up against our other candidates. And right now, it's looking fucking good. It's looking fucking good. Right now, I'm looking at him going, what if? What if? What if? What if? We get Champions League this summer. I'll be real, guys. Listen, hold on. I got to say something. I said something on video that I posted as a TikTok and a Reels and all of that at the start of the season. And I said, listen, I think we're Baleba and a keeper away from challenging. And I was mocked. And I lost belief in that myself and thought, man, we stink. And then a week ago, I kind of got it back. And I was looking and saying, you know what? Actually, looking at the stats, we do it. And I was mocked. I'll be honest, man. I think I was dead on. Look at the difference the keeper made. Imagine if we had Lamans from the start. I think we'd have 4 or 5 more points right now. We'd be right in the thick of it. Imagine if we had a midfielder of top quality. We'd be right in the thick of it. I genuinely think it. I think I was right. If we had a midfielder and a keeper from the start of the season, I think we'd be in the thick of it. From a squad perspective, does that mean the Premier League is kind of shit right now? Maybe. But we'd be in the thick of it. If Lamans was in there from day one, I bet you we'd be on 42 points. Arsenal would be on a few less points. If midfield would have come in, I think we would be in the thick of it. I think we'd be in the thick of it, genuinely, from a squad perspective. And that was the point I made in that video. I said the team. I wasn't even talking about Amorim. I think if you said forget Amorim. The team itself, the squad, with those additions would be close. Would be close. Would be competitive. Would be something. And I think so, man. I think so. Do you think Carrick would accept the job full time? Yeah, I do. I do. I do think he would accept the job if it comes to him. But we should be smart, be patient, and all of that. But at the same time, it could be very, very helpful to sort out Carrick for our summer business early. You know what I mean? Like, that is the one other positive of Carrick, is if it looks good, the stability of having him in early, having him already there, having it signed off on. will help transfers. It will help so much more. So James, what you're saying is Wilcox is the best eyes in football, apparently. And look, like I was negative on him. I was hating 2 weeks ago. And like I said on that video that one day, I spoke to somebody and they were like, people, and they said these words. I just want to tell you, they said these words. They said, people are saying Wilcox, he said, people are, saying Jason needs to come forward and speak. No, he doesn't. He's doing his job. He's getting a coach and he's helping him set up this team. He was right. My apologies. My apologies, man. He was right. I was wrong. I was overreacting. They got it spot on. They got it spot on. They really did. They got it spot on. They got it spot on. What did I miss, Iraqi? As a reminder, Carrick hasn't lost a game as United manager. Oh, the next 2 games are so important. Yeah, we'll talk about the next 2 and then we'll do callers. So happy to beat the corner kick merchants. Absolutely. We got a new manager and Carrick stays as staff. Well, I don't think that'll be the case. I think that he's going to be a, I think he needs to be a coach. I think he needs to be a coach. You're not giving me balance at the moment. I'm not gonna. I told you I was going to be shameless. I was going to be shameless if we win this game. I was ready. I was ready to be shameless. Our next 2 games are Fulham and Tottenham at home. The right time to play these teams. The right time. I mean, Fulham are good right now, but not great, but good right now. 4 points behind us in the league. Spurs are in hell. No wins in 5. Draw to Burnley. Right time to play them. And it's going to be a bit different. But, like the Tottenham game, to be honest, could be fairly similar to a game like this. It could be fairly similar to a game like this. You know what I mean? It could be. Let them have the ball. All they want to do is cross. Block those crosses off and hit them. Hit them hard. They're, to a degree, Tottenham right now under Frank are sort of like mini even shitter versions of Arteta's Arsenal. Their goals are coming from their center backs, corners, set pieces, crosses. And that's how they've been all season, but they're really mid. Really, really mid. So I would say a similar game plan would smash them. And I mean, absolutely smash them. I mean, we had a really good game plan against them, even under Amorim, when we played them away. If Maguire didn't get injured in that game, I think we would have easily won. And Šeško, we just had it was a disaster at the end because Maguire got injured. Šeško came on and got injured. It was a mess. But we would have won that game as well. We had a good game plan against them. We should have won that game too. That one was just really unfortunate for us. We should smash Tottenham. We played them really well away. Up to those injuries, we were in complete control of that game. They were shit. They were just shit. We were in complete control of that game. We just got very unlucky. And we were not good on the day either, but we were in complete control. For sure. Check Liverpool next 2. Time to put some distance. Who do they play? Liverpool play Newcastle and Everton. No, Newcastle and City. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's good. Liverpool and Newcastle taking points off each other is very good for us because that's our competition. So yeah, a lot of good results in the offing for us. Steve Holland, I think, could become a coach that stays for the long term. So bear that in mind. That one I would say is possible. All right, let's do callers because let's get to some callers. I don't know that I'll do every caller, today because I've got maybe 25 more minutes in me and I'm exhausted. But let's do some callers and get a little positivity going. I try to ask you guys to keep it a little bit short. You know what I mean? Keep it brief, 2 or 3 minutes. We usually have more callers when we lose than when we win, but last week it was hype. All right, Parth, let's go, my friend. How you doing?
Good game, man. I really did not expect 6 points from City and Arsenal. But it wasn't a smash and grab no matter what. I'm reading. It was a good game. Brilliant goals. I think the biggest change is we now, like, we are utilizing the squad very well. We have
Yes.
options of the bench. It's the
Yep.
same players, set of players.
Yep.
But what happened under Amarim as well, like 60, 70 minutes, we played very well. And when we were exhausted, we had no one coming off.
Yep.
We have the likes of Cunha, Šeško coming off the bench, which is very good. That's the whole point of having a squad,
Yep.
is to be able to have such players come off the bench for you.
Yep.
You know, what they were before, when Carrick took over, we were trying to shoehorn all of these players into 111,
Correct.
which was wrong.
Yep.
Where will Amar play? Where will Mbumo play? Sesko, Cunha? Where will all these guys play? Then Mainu drops or whatever. Then you have a crazy pivot of
Yeah.
Mainu and
Yeah.
Fernandez for some reason. I don't know who thinks that way. But anyway, but this is the point of having a squad, is to be able to utilize it.
Exactly.
So really impressed by the way Carrick has, set up this team.
Yep.
The biggest change was the mentality. After
Mhm.
going 1-0 down or coming back 2-2 away from home at the Emirates with the
Just
crowd,
kept going. Yeah.
we kept, and this had a hint of Ollie ball when we really did hit back after going
Yeah.
back. Like, just the mentality wise,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
tactics
No, I
wise or
understand.
anything.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's like I was saying before, I think the lack of negative thinking. It's a much more positive thinking in terms of in-game,
Yes.
what to do, how to approach
Absolutely.
it, positive subs, positive actions. The only negative sub we made was at 90 minutes when up 3-2 to put
That's fine.
Masraoui on for Ahmad. At that point, it's whatever.
That's not a
whatever.
negative sub. That's a smart
fine.
sub.
Yeah.
That is seeing the
But
game
that's what I mean.
out.
That might have
Yeah.
happened at 60 minutes before, and then you
Fair
can't get. It's
enough.
hard to keep it going. So
Very
I totally
happy.
agree.
I think you add 4 players. If you add like 2 of those, Anderson and Baleba, a left winger, and maybe a centre back, we can actually challenge.
Yeah.
Like, seriously
It's a serious
challenge.
team. It's a serious team.
Anderson, backup Mainu, Baleba, even it's fucking Ugarte at this moment. I don't care. That's solid options.
It is.
Those are
It is.
solid options. Cunha, like, he has the freedom to bang in from outside the box. Do'rgu, I'm speechless. What a hit, man. What
It was
a hit
crazy.
that was.
What a goal.
Yeah. I see people crying over handballs and I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. Like,
So good.
yeah, superb. Like, very happy. The biggest challenge now is Fulham.
Yep.
Let's not get too ahead, but win what's in front of you, and then let's see where we are at the end of the season. But yeah, Fulham is going to be more difficult than this, because these big games, it's easy to motivate these players, like easier in a way. And now we've seen in the past where we get complacent, and then, hey, we've beaten the top 2 teams
Yep.
in the league and drop points at Fulham. That's happened for the last 10 years.
I think the positive in this case, circumstantially, is
Yeah.
that the next 2 games are at home. And with
Yeah,
Carrick at the
agreed.
helm, we're going to get more fan energy than we were getting at some points at home
Agreed.
earlier in the season. There's going to be more momentum at home, and hopefully we can carry that.
Fulham and then Spurs with a new manager, because they're going to get Frank is gone after City, and that's just waiting to happen, knowing our luck. One thing is, happy Do'rgu is not a hammy. It's just, yeah.
Did they say?
Yeah, Carrick has confirmed. It was a cramp.
Just a cramp. Okay.
Just a cramp. Yeah. Yep.
Thank God for that. Thank God for that. All right. Very good. All right.
Take care, James. Have a good weekend.
All right, buddy. See you later. All right, OMP, my friend. How you doing? How you feeling?
Oh man, listen. I don't have words actually. I've literally been listening to your stream and talking to my brother at the same time since, like, full time. And listen, I was happy about last week. I was really happy about last week because it just felt like after all the shit, like it felt bigger than just, it wasn't about City. For me, last week wasn't about City. Like, last week was about a rejuvenation of energy in our team and our club, in our fan base. Today was about Arsenal. Because look, man, okay, I've been swearing, calling them P words all day and all of that, but like today, yeah, like for me, do you know what it was? I don't know if anybody caught it in the corner. It was, so when Lamens made that punching save, like from a corner. Before that corner, Saka did a yes, like
the
celebrating
little
the fact that he got
celebrations
a
of the
corner.
corners. Yeah.
And I was like, you flipping losers.
Yeah.
This is the best team in England. Pep called them the
Celebrating
best team in
corners
the
is
world
crazy.
in the press conference. And I was
Yeah.
like, this is it. No ways. The Premier League can't be like this, can't be the example of a great Premier League team. There's just absolutely no way. So for me, it was about that. I love the fact that they scored a corner. I love the fact that they scored a rubbish goal. And you know what we did? We capitalized on a mistake, which apparently they don't make because they have the best midfield in the world, right? Bullied them with a screamer.
I got to say this. Zubimendi is going to be having nightmares about Casemiro because he's come, even before Arsenal, he's been.
Sociedad.
Yeah.
The Sociedad game. I won't forget that.
Yeah.
So for me, and then look, the Cunha goal is the cherry on top because he's deserved that so much, man. And it wasn't just with all the stuff that's been going on, because he's had up and down moments, but because of that first game at home against Arsenal, he was amazing that game.
Yeah.
And he really should have scored. And you could tell that, like, it almost kind of like he wanted that dream debut. So today's moment just felt like vindication. So when Arteta, like when they celebrated that equalizer, I got shades of Leon, man. I got shades of Leon, and I was just like, nah, man, it can't be like this. And the one bit of delusion I told myself was the last time Carrick beat Arsenal, we beat them 3-2. So I was like, okay, fingers crossed. So it's like, yeah, man, look, I'm excited. Last week I was happy. Today I'm excited. And yeah, look, like, it just feels great. Like, and you know what? I think I said this the last time I spoke to you. Like, there's just something about Carrick, man. He's got it. He's just got that thing.
Whatever it is.
It's just like this inner confidence. And I don't know if it's because he feels comfortable at the club because he's coached there for a while, or the fact that he has this kind of legend status, or if it's a bit of both. But you can just tell, like, he's not trying to prove anything to anybody. Like, and I think that's what I love the most. It's like you can tell when Arteta made those 4 subs, he didn't panic. Like, Carrick, like, there was nothing about what we did today that showed him panicking from a game plan perspective. Like, you could tell, like, he literally just told the guys, like, don't nibble on small chances. Like, don't give them that edge. Don't press too much and leave spaces. And if you get a chance, take it. Like, I feel like that's probably something along the lines that he said. Because you could see when we scored the second goal, Arteta started making changes like Maresca when, Chelsea got the red card or whatever. Like, you could literally feel the panic. With us, it was kind of like cool. And the subs they made was stupid because they played right into our hands. If you want to play a vertical game against Chaos FC, good luck. Like, good luck.
Yeah,
man.
no, it did. It actually kind of helped us because they were just trying to get in behind a bit more, and that opened up some more spaces. And it was
I
nice,
think
calm from Carrick.
I think where they lost it for me is when they moved Saka over to the right, because if you want to beat Luke Shaw, you need to put him up against the winger that's shifty and that can twist and turn. Anybody that's quite vertical, physical, and quick, Luke Shaw is very comfortable against. Like, I don't understand how people don't know that. Like, Luke Shaw is very comfortable defending spaces. Once he's in those tight pockets, getting shifty, like,
then you can beat him.
If you had Ahmad playing against Luke Shaw, for example, he'd have a nightmare of a game, right? So it's like, once they made that shift for me, I was like, yeah, you guys, you obviously don't know what you're doing. Like, it's so clear. Like, it's just so clear. So obviously I'm happy. No political statements today, no sermon. I'm just a fan and I'm happy, man. Like, that's it. Like, today,
that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Today's one of those days. And look, I mean, I think January 15th, I think even before the City game, my brother said if Carrick beats Arsenal and City, he'll give him a 2-year deal. He wanted them to give him a 2-year deal. After we won that game, he quoted my message and he was like, give him a 10-year deal. So I guess that kind of just shows you, like, what we're on. And I think going into the Fulham game, there's going to be energy like never before. And I think that will work in our advantage because, look, man, I'm still not over what they said post the the game at Craven Cottage about understanding our
Oh, me
tactics.
neither. Me neither.
Like if I'm Carrick,
I
I'm
want
just
to
playing.
batter them.
That's the tactical talk. That clip is the tactical talk for me this week
Yeah.
because that's just disrespect on another level. So man. Yeah, man. Let's just enjoy it, man. Flipping out. These days don't come around often.
Exactly.
These days don't come around often. So yeah. Thanks, man.
Appreciate it, buddy. See you later. See you next week.
Cheers.
Hopefully again like
Cheers.
this. Yeah. All right. Yes, here, my friend. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. It's been a while, man. I've been trying to get on, but life.
Yeah, it happens. It's all good. It's all good. Good to
Yeah,
see you again.
yeah. So I by the way, and this is just a side note. I live in Minnesota, so in the Twin Cities. So
I hope
it's
you're doing
it's
okay. Yeah,
it,
understand.
it is what it is. This is the world we live in today. But just to go on the game, I mean, I'm still my blood pressure is like all through the roof. Like I'm just still like like I'm still feel like as cold as it is outside. I feel like I'm just like over the moon, man. I'm just over the moon, and you know what it is for me is like I don't know. I mean, a lot of people are gonna say this, but I genuinely feel very positive coming to the game. There was just no, sometimes like it's hard to explain as a supporter, but sometimes when you just know that we're gonna win this game. You just know we're gonna win it, and then you believe in it,
Yeah.
and the way the game panned out today, it just felt today that we're just gonna win no matter what. And
Right.
and
Right.
I want the players like that's the thing. I we criticize the players. We do. That's what we
Yep.
do. As supporters, when we're upset, we
Yep.
criticize the players. All I've ever asked these players to do was listen, give me everything. I want to see
Yep.
the best
Yep.
version of you. I want Maguire. I know you're not a bad player. I want to see your best version. Just give
Yep.
me your best version every single game. And sometimes that's not gonna pan out every game. But just more than anything, give me maximum. Give me
Yep.
everything you got. And
Exactly.
then you see things that you don't expect, like Dorgu scoring that screamer, that's what you get. And then the thing is like football sometimes. Yes, it can be complicated sometimes, but it's not that complicated. You
Yep.
have 11 players versus 11 players. You got two goalkeepers. You have one ball. It's not a lot of times. It's not. Shoot the ball.
Yep.
Dorgu, Cunha said, "I'm going to shoot today."
Yep.
Bang! And then it's
Yep.
like again, it's like for me, it's like that's that's why we as supporters every time we just say shoot because a lot they don't, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it's like it just for me. I also feel like there's a lot of like disrespect, and it's not on purpose, but what I put on Micah Carey, because in reality, when we genuinely look at the facts, Micah has been at football club for a very long time
Yep.
as a coach.
Yep. Yep.
So
That's what I was saying before is
yeah,
that he coached at United for years. Like this is not,
years.
he's not some new guy. He's not some nobody. He's a serious coach.
So,
Like,
so for me, I didn't like that. Like the thing is that for me it's like okay, I want people to kind of put this in perspective. This is not a fluke. He's not a
yep.
manager that just like a Ragnick that has been
Yep.
sitting on the just doing whatever and then decided that he wanted to come back and manage a team. Like an interim
Yep.
manager, that's not Michael Carrick. So for
Correct.
me, I give a lot of credit to Carrick. Yes, you can put the Derby down as it's a derby, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, that tactics has to be right. The game plan has to be right. The what he
Yep.
says to the plays has to be right as well. Like emotions can only take you so far. And again, yes, and I said this in the beginning of the year. We this Arsenal team was not that great. We
Nope.
dominated the game them and guess in my opinion, Manchester United is the only football club in the entire league that has dominated Arsenal every time we played them this year. We
Yeah.
did.
We've been the
That's the
better
truth.
team against them in 2 games.
In
Nobody
two
else
games.
has. So, yeah.
And then it shows now that, and I mean, I'm gonna say something. A lot of people might not agree with me, but I think the Premier League has to do something about that Arsenal set pieces. Like,
They
that's
need to
not
call more
football.
fouls. They need to
That's
call more
not
fouls because
football, James.
they foul. They interfere with the keeper on
Too
every
much.
single corner.
Too
It's
much.
too much. Yeah.
It just doesn't, like, you look at it and then you look. That's not the football. That's
Yep.
literally is not football. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't be aggressive and all that stuff, but for a goalkeeper to literally have to climb over like 20 players, like
Yep.
just to get the ball, and he's being held. I just think it's just nonsense. So, I just, for me, nostalgia. I mean, again, even the substitution. Cunha, probably when he comes on the pitch, is so mad that he's not playing. But man, it's working, man. And I just, again, it's easier to kind of figure out what to do with the football club in terms of buying players moving forward when you see the best of the players. A
Yeah.
lot of time, I'm one of those people that buying. Yes, it does solve, but then also it doesn't solve everything. Sometimes I'm the type of person that believes that you need to get the best of what you got now to
Yep.
see what you really need, or else you
Yeah.
end up buying players, the same players over and over again, like Manchester City,
Yep.
which is a
Yes, I
reality.
agree
Yeah,
with that. Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. James, keep doing what you got to do, man. I'm always gonna support you, man, and the channel, man. Keep doing you, man. And yeah. Thanks for letting me speak, man.
Of course, brother. Thank you, and stay safe and all of that. Appreciate it, my friend. See you, bud. Just mentioning on there as well, for those of you in the States who know, as usual, that's what I'm saying with the message of we could get behind, get together, be on the same side. There's a lot more things going on in life too that make it worth it to be on the same side here. So I hope everybody's good. But all right, let's do a couple more callers and we'll end it. Dre Stu, you here, my friend?
Hey, how you doing, James?
Good, and you?
Great, phenomenal. It's gonna
Yes,
be a
yes.
great week. It's gonna be a great week. I want to say two things. The first thing, I think the biggest difference that Carrick has made is, or Carrick and the coaching staff, is the
Yep.
team seems to be playing closer together.
Yep.
Um, and I think that's made a huge difference. That's why we're seeing a lot of combinations and just combo play. And I think it's easier to defend smaller spaces, playing that mid block. So I think
Yep.
that's great to see. And I know everybody, it's hindsight, everybody's having a go at Amarin, but I think I want to shout Amarin out for pushing for Cunha and Embuemo.
True. That's
you
true.
know,
That's true. He did have a part in that. Yep.
he did have a huge part. He pushed. I think we were chasing Delap and some other
Yeah, he
players, but
wanted more experienced players and said we need to get guys who have been there and done that, the Premier League experience and all that. Yep.
exactly. And he was pushing for Semenyo as well. I think Semenyo, I don't care what anybody says, I think it was a better fit. Just being objective, not a Man U fan, but objectively, it was a better fit to be at Manchester United the way he plays at Man City. I
Oh,
think it was I
absolutely.
think it was a terrible decision to go to
Absolutely.
Man City. So
Yep.
obviously money and the prize or whatever, but that's another decision conversation. But I think his talent ID, for what everybody says about Amarin, his talent ID was obviously there as a top coach. Um and I think the litmus test is going to be the next game.
Yep.
That's gonna, I'm excited. I'm elated. I think these last two games have been great, but let's see how we do against Fulham, because that's we've had these before, right? We've had these big wins, and then that next match is just a Debbie Downer. So I'm really looking for. I think I'll have more of a summary or review of what the rest of the season is going to look like after those next two games.
Yeah, well, there's going to be a lot of smaller games now upcoming for sure. And so we see, can we put together similar performances, similar games, similar wins, and not drop off? That, of course, definitely a big question, but because there's a lot of those, and we're going to need a lot of points over those games still to stay in these top 4 or 5 places for sure.
The other thing too, I wanted to see. I haven't seen anybody talk about it, but I think we're not mentioning what Sesko came in. Like Sesko was the reason for that, or a big reason for that goal. The Cunha goal, him, because we weren't winning any first or
Yes,
second balls the
yes.
entire game, and I kept
The
saying,
height in there. Yep.
yeah, we need Sesko. I get it. It's two of the most dominant center backs in the league, but Sesko would, I think, at least 40 to 50% of the challenges of duels he would be winning against those guys. And
Yep.
he came on, he controlled that ball with his chest, and it Bruno and then Cunha, and then the rest is history. But we weren't winning any balls in the first half and the majority of the second half. So I think we need to shout him out. I think he came on and he definitely had an involvement for sure.
Agreed. Yeah, those winning the long balls is something where I felt earlier in the game we might have been able to use it a bit more to get out of pressure in some of those moments, and it helped when he came on there, definitely.
For sure, for sure. But it's exciting. Do'rgu, I'm sorry, excuse me, Balon Do'rgu.
Balon Do'rgu, yep.
He's gonna have a great season at Manchester United. I still think ultimately he's a left back. I know he's playing good. I think in an occasional match, long term, playing as a left winger, right winger would be good. But I see him as an attacking left back, and we need that. Obviously,
I
Luke
think in
Shaw
the
has
smaller
legs as well.
games, we'll see more of that. Yeah,
especially if we're playing Cunha on the left, we want him to come inside in that pocket. We're gonna need somebody to hold that with, and I don't, Luke Shaw. You can see he's getting up there. His legs are not the same. He's not, marauding left back he was 5 seasons ago. So I think what we're doing with Do'rgu right now is good because it's get him used to being in those attacking spaces and shooting and assisting. But ultimately, you're gonna be a left back, buddy, and we'll need you there in a few seasons.
Yeah, agreed. I think he could do a lot of work there, and I think fullbacks can be some of the most important players in football. When the way they can contribute to the attack and get up and down the pitch, his athleticism, ability to run up and down, it's hard to replace that. It's really hard to replace that, and being able to deliver offensively in addition. I mean, look at PSG in that title run. Their fullbacks were their best players.
Yeah,
that's true. In the Champions League run there,
Mendes
and
Hakimi.
Best players on their team for me in that Champions League run, scoring goals, doing everything. So
and they were complete fullbacks. And so that leads me to a question for you. I noticed that with all these transfer rumors and stuff, we're hearing a lot about obviously the midfield, a left winger, but haven't really seen anything about a right back. And I think we need a right back, especially if we're moving to this back four. I think Delo is suspect, and Maz I think is great, but he's injury prone. He's gonna give us 3 games and go out. And if he was fit and we could trust his fitness, I think it would be good. But long term, I think we need a solid right back.
I think it's a discussion for next year, to be quite honest. Like, I'm not saying they're not paying attention to it, but I think the full defensive, like if you look at the stages here, we've done the attack, we're doing the midfield. We got options, and there's still assessments to remain. If we're playing with a manager who, are they tucking that right back into the back three, kind of like we're doing now, then you don't need as attacking a right back, and you can use the attacking in Do'rgu. So I think it needs a little more assessment, but I think it's just a matter of resource allocation and saying, let's finish each area of the pitch in full and then reassess, a little bit, So I think that's where we'll be, and we'll see what happens on that front. But I would tend to agree in the long term, we all feel that way. The only thing I say about that is these managers love Diogo Dalot. Like,
I know
you
can tell he's an elite professional.
They love him. Yeah, they love him. They just do.
Yeah.
And at some point, we're gonna have to accept that. Every manager loves Diogo Dalot.
Yeah, he's an elite professional. I could tell he's probably a great example for the younger guys. But sometimes he switches off way too much.
Yeah.
For the top level. And he's the last 2 games he's done well, but before that, man, he was letting crosses in every other game, man. It's like stop a cross, man. So yeah, man. But up the United.
Yes, for sure. Enjoy it, man, and appreciate you. And I'll see you later. Okay.
Take care, man.
Bye. All right, Rich, how's it going, buddy?
I'm good. I'm really good.
Yes.
I think this is probably the calmest I've been as a United fan in a really long time, to be honest. I have to say that the City game, I think I was a little bit less sold on the performance than a lot of people. Just because there were a lot of kind of 9 behind the ball and very transitionals, a little bit Ollie ball. Like, we were superb in the final third, like we're amazing going forward. Today feels like just so much more of a mature performance.
Yes.
Like today, I mean, if you exclude the kind of first half hour where we didn't really touch the ball, for me today, particularly the second half, it felt like we were playing like Carrick did when he was a midfielder. Like it was very calm, very composed. He imparts
that to the team.
It feels like he has already put his kind of trademark on the team, which I think is absolutely crazy considering it's been 2 weeks of training, if that. I will say, like, I was very behind the Amarim project. I like the 3 at the back. I like the attacking potential. I was really worried going to a 4 at the back because I remember the Ten Hag 4-3-3 of watching our midfield get torn apart, overlapping fullbacks, getting past Dallo and whipping crosses in. And I think just the way that we're setting up, that's just not happening. Correct. With Casemiro.
We even saw it with Fletcher for one game in Brighton. The donut came back, and I was like, oh my God, no, I can't see it again. But Carrick hasn't had that problem in these games. He's not.
No, and these are realistically, these are 2 games that you would expect that. The 2 teams that we've played against, like you look at that front line of City, and I know they were off the boil, they weren't good, but that front line of City, you would have expected to just tear apart that midfield if it had been two odd seasons ago. But again, we were compact, we filled the space, like they were just calm. Like it sounds crazy to explain that as a United fan at the moment, but they were just calm and composed.
Organized,
so
composed, exactly. They really were.
I mean, I'm a little bit wary still because I mean, if you look at our 2 best players, both from today, both out of contract, both are going to need replacing. But yeah, I mean, if we can get Champions League, get Anderson in, then things are looking a lot better.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. The future looks bright. There's a lot. And I think, again, the biggest thing talking about earlier is that I do think we're getting better. And it has been this way over the course of the season, too. It's not just now. We are getting better as winning as a team. That it's not one guy. We are getting a lot better at when we win games. It's as a team. It's as a unit. It's as the goals. It's spread around where it's coming from. It's everywhere, and that's really important.
Well, as you said earlier, like Bruno didn't have a good game today. Like his passing was off. Yeah, I'd say his kind of his off the ball work wasn't great. He was a little bit headless chicken at times, but we didn't need him. And we beat the league leaders without our superstar playing a good game. Like, exactly. Like that is, you've got to take some solace in that. Yeah.
Yeah. I said early in the season, one of the things that frustrated me, and I still felt this way, is for years, when's the last time we win a big game, a good game, a great game without Bruno performing? Well, against City, Bruno was excellent. It was still like, against Arsenal, this is why it feels a bit better, because he didn't have a great game. We were still great. And that's the important part of it. So,
but no, I'm very happy. I'm content. We'll see how it goes for the next couple of games, kind of when we start facing the mid blocks, the low blocks. That's going to be a big test. But I mean, Champions League pushes on.
There we go. Let's go for it. All right, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you, bud. Cheers.
All right, let's get Hamza here for the last call for the day, and we'll take it from there. How's it going, my friend?
Hi, how you doing, James?
There you go. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you can hear me? Look, I just gonna watch the video later. I wanted to come on for a win. You know what I mean? Because every time I come on, we've drawn, we've lost. I'm like, this time I need to come for a win. I need to stop criticizing Casemiro. What a win!
He had the best game today.
Amazing,
the best game.
Amazing. It was amazing. I mean, what a win! I mean, there's not gonna be a lot of points I'm gonna talk about. It's all about the result. That's all that matters. We played worse than we played against City, but you're playing at the Emirates against the league leaders. I think it's it's a contrast to our first game of the season against Arsenal, where we were the better team, but we failed to score. And this game, we actually were able to convert our chances and stay in the game. It felt more like an oldie game, but in the best of ways, because Arsenal were kept quiet, they were kept shut, you know what I mean? They didn't do much, but we didn't have the ball. I mean, I think everyone, was pivotal. I don't think the performances were like, you look at Maine, you look at Bruno, they weren't as good, as crisp, as sharp. Lisandro Martinez. But, you have to give credit, to them staying in the game, to Bruno always being able to create chances. Harry Maguire, man, fucking hell, just extend the contract right now. Like, there's no point. There's no point in talking about it. Just extend it right now. When has he been made look like a fool? Like, he dealt with every single team in that Premier League. He hasn't looked, off balance. He hasn't looked like losing a yard of pace. I mean, I'm very against extending Casemiro, and also, I'm all for letting Bruno go. Like, that's me. But Harry Maguire, man, he makes us look so much more comfortable. Lissandro looked a bit shaken. Harry Maguire was there. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it's just a great game. I don't know today. We're in top four. Like, two words to say about that, you know. Cunha coming up big. Like, a lot of people, I swear to God, 2 weeks ago, going after Cunha, and I was like, three bad
Mm.
games, and this is all it takes for United fans to go against our players. And Cunha, I mean, this is why, you know, you sign him. Like, after all those like missed long shots, he actually scores one in the most important time. He's a good player, like, you know. And the final thing I want to say is, Carrick shut me up again. He keeps shutting me up. I keep complaining about Do'rgu up the left wing, and you know, even at halftime, I'm like, remove him from the left wing. You know, there's no point. There's no talk to cross to. He's not doing anything, and he shut me up again. So, you know, when I give full trust to the manager to do what he does, that's the best compliment I can give. You know, his performances, the results have been speaking for itself. The thing I want to look forward to is, I mean, yes, this feels amazing, but we go to Fulham, we go to West Ham. You know, we have to see how we deal with those low blocks. You know, because that's
Yeah.
where we lost a majority of our points because we've beaten the Liverpools, we've beaten Chelsea. So I mean, that's yeah. I just came here to finally celebrate a win with you because yeah, I want to make it a point. And but yeah, thank you for everything. I don't know if you want to ask me anything, but yeah, it's a great result.
Appreciate it, buddy, and glad to see you here after a win. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, go Patriots, huh? Against the Broncos. I'll see you.
See you, man. All right, buddies. Thank you for everything, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed today's live. I certainly have. What a game. What a result. What a fantastic time. Feels good at the moment. It feels very, very good right now. Appreciate you all being here. Let's hope we can keep this momentum going into the future. Okay, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe. Whatever you're doing, have fun, and we will see you all later. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.